do not know who started the vicious rumour that this was the OG material, but it is not. I can't believe I'm saying this again, but I'm saying it again. I've got another Alphalete haul. I feel like every time my packages come, Dan's like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah, seriously. This launch is definitely more up my street because the launch is basically Amplify. There's a few like infinity pieces which will be included in this video, but the star of the show here is Amplify and in solid colours. I personally was not a fan of the ombre particularly, and I also wasn't a fan of the material of the ombre. The good news is, I'm just gonna like, spoiler alert, this material is completely different to the ombre material, so good news for anyone who didn't like that material or was put off by the videos about it. Bad news for anyone who really loved that material and it's their favourite material, because this is not the same as the Here Comes the Sun material. So the launch is this Saturday, so May the 7th, 12 PM CST, which is 6 PM UK time. If you have been watching my videos for a while, you will know I do have a support code with Alphalete, which is just Amy. You can pop it in at the checkout if you found this video useful, if you follow me on Instagram and you found my Instagram stories helpful, whatever. If you want to support me, basically, my support code is Amy. It basically helps to better my relationship with Alphalete. It means that I can keep working with them. So if you do have a favourite affiliate, a favourite athlete with Alphalete, my eye's twitching because I got up at the crack of dawn, definitely make sure that you are using their codes, because that is the only way that people get to carry on working with the brand. First of all, one thing that I just want to say really quickly, because I was having a conversation with a girl on Instagram about this just before I was filming this video, because spoiler alert, the chocolate colour, there's quite a lot of issues with the ones that I have. But what we were talking about was skin tone. And I think this highlights something that I know Bailey's spoken about it, I've spoken about it, I know Gabby's spoken about it multiple times. There is definitely other athletes and affiliates who have spoken about it, but the issue with having so many white influencers, like very like light-skinned influencers, and not really anyone, I could be wrong, but I don't think they have anyone currently as a woman who is very dark skinned. I'll explain more later in the video, but for example, the chocolate colour looks very sheer on me, because the chocolate colour is like tights, like it's literally like a low, is it low denier or high denier when it's sheer? Whichever one it is, they are like that version of tights but in legging form, in the chocolate colour in particular. And I was saying, like, you know, if I had a darker skin tone, this colour might actually be okay with me, because the contrast between my actual skin tone through the leggings and the legging themselves would kind of balance out and it wouldn't look as sheer. But people aren't going to know that because they can't see it on that skin tone before the launch. And to be honest, the same goes for the opposite way around. There will be light colours who, like white Caucasian girls, they'll be like, yeah, it's completely like not see-through at all, but it's just because the contrast between our skin, you know, it doesn't contrast as much, so you can't see it as much. Does that make sense? So that conversation definitely, well, it didn't open my eyes, because I already know, like, no doubt about it, Alphalete need to do better, both in terms of the sizing range that they have, in terms of who they have as affiliates, athletes, in terms of getting like a way broader range of people of colour, because it's very niched at the moment. It's hard to buy something if you don't know what it's going to look like on you, and like some of these would sell way better if people of colour, people with dark complexions, people who are bigger in size, smaller in size, whatever, different body shape to like the body shape that pretty much every single person that works with them has, could actually see what this stuff looks like on them. And like there would be a way wider variety of opinions, like I've said with like the chocolate colour leggings, or with like the lighter colour leggings, you'd get a way like wider range of opinions. And there's two other things on this that I just wanted to go over really quick. So I feel like in the fitness industry in general, when brands go for like plus size female models, they still like, all their models basically go on a sliding scale from like an extra small to like an extra large, but they've all got like hourglass figures. Like there's not much representation for people who maybe don't have like a snatched waist or don't have like huge glutes. But also men, like men are so left out of like this inclusivity movement in terms of body type in the fitness industry, because I am yet to see, and I would love for someone to give me some examples if I am wrong on this, but I'm yet to see any of the brands who have come through social media, come through Instagram, have men with normal looking bodies. Like, I've not seen any. Like, I rarely see. It's becoming more and more common to see, like, you know, a wider size range of women in adverts for like fitness stuff, which is amazing, but like I feel like men just don't get that, and it's very, very, very hard for men. There's a lot of issues with things like bigorexia, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I did want to touch on that just based off the conversation I had on Instagram earlier. I'm definitely not the only person to speak about this. Like I said, I know Bailey's spoken about it, I know Gabby's spoken about it multiple times, and I am pretty sure I have been sent links of other people talking about it as well. In short, Alphalete, if anyone from Alphalete is watching this, we want to see wider range of sizes represented in models, affiliates, athletes, for both men and women, and not just one body type for women, not just one shape in different sizes. We also want to see a wider variety of skin tones. We want to see some beautiful dark skinned people, women in particular. It will make people feel so much more included in the brand, but also it will really boost people's confidence in buying stuff. If they can see what a colour is going to look like on their skin tone, they are going to be more likely to buy it, because they might see it on us and think, I actually really don't like that colour. But if you had an affiliate, for example, with a way darker skin tone, really beautiful like deep skin tone, they might see it on someone who looks like them and be like, actually I love that colour. Just some food for thought. And I absolutely fucking love that like people with way bigger platforms than mine are speaking about this, because all these girls pull in way more sales, they've got like a way bigger following, they've probably got a lot more pull than little old Amy from Bradford. But I just think the more of us that speak about it, the better. So I feel like apply the pressure, do you know what I mean? That's that. To get into the haul, I'm going to put everything on the screen that is launching. Throughout this video I will also be popping some clips in, just because sometimes when I like sit down and explain the differences between, you know, new and old, and I try hold things up and stuff, it just gets confusing. So I started doing more like extra additional clips to slot in. They might just pop up on the screen where they don't even make sense if I've not introduced it. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to try and cover most things in this video. If there's anything that I have not covered, feel free to comment down below and ask me a question, or check my Instagram, because I will be making a highlight today. I'm answering DMs all the time on there. I answer every single DM. So we're going to go over Amplify first. I will pop in some clips as I go through the items of like them all laid over each other to show you the difference between sizes. I've got some extra smalls, I've got some smalls, show you any differences in lengths, differences in waistbands, comparison to old biker shorts, because praise fucking Jesus, hallelujah, they brought the biker shorts back. If you need like a gym item that is going to make your ass look banging, even if your bunda is not bundering, it's the biker shorts. I have lent this to friends, I've seen it on people who have smaller glutes, and it just, forget the shorter shorts, even though I love the shorter shorts, forget the leggings. If you need something and you're like comfortable in shorts and you want something that's really going to make your glutes pop, it's the biker shorts rolled up. It's the biker shorts rolled up. And if you really can't deal with extra fabric, it's the short shorts. For reference, sizing, all that pizzazzle, I am a 32 double D bra size, fake boobs, so take everything I say about support with a pinch of salt, although there is only one bra, so I won't talk about it loads. I'm squinting because the sun has come out. Waist about 24, not 100% sure. Glutes around 39 at the biggest point. I'm 5'6". I am pretty much all torso and thigh. Everything else on me is quite short. The inside of my leg is 28 inches. So Amplify, I'm not gonna like, I really don't want to go over like the details of the leggings again, but I just feel like I'm gonna have to, because there might be some people watching this video who've never bought a pair of Amplify before in their life. So the main details of Amplify, and it's the same on every single item. All these items are just a different length. So these are the short shorts, but the new short shorts, so these are a 4.5 inch inseam, and as I've picked them up, I may as well bloody go over these first. So main details, and this is the same across all the bottoms, like I've just said. You've got a tiered waistband, low compression, medium compression, high compression. It basically goes like this. It's like you're wearing Skims, it's like you're wearing shapewear. It's giving waist, it's giving ratios. It's a very, very, very flattering waistband. I'm not gonna lie, I've said this since they launched Amplify. They smashed it in terms of the waistband on these. I feel like I've seen other brands try to replicate it, and it's just, it doesn't hit quite the same. Also have a mesh panel down the side. It's not like super see-through, but I think I've done it in one of the try-on clips. It's definitely the most sheer part of all the bottoms. Like, the mesh panel is also the most delicate part as well. It's the most prone part of the leggings to pilling. It's the most delicate part. Do not pull up the leggings by the mesh paneling. You are going to put a hole in the mesh paneling, especially if you've got nails. Pull it up by the leg. And then you have got the bum scrunch on the back, which this is actually a little bit different. So I will pop in a clip talking about that, because the scrunch has changed slightly in terms of the thickness, the length of it. But I will say now, for me personally, the scrunch changing has not impacted, you know, how much it goes up my bum, you know, how flattering it is, how like booty flattering it is. It's not personally changed that for me. However, I have seen the new scrunch on people with smaller glutes, and I mean, I'm no Kim K, I'm not saying I've got like a massive ass, but I've seen it on people with smaller glutes, and if you are someone with smaller glutes, this scrunch is definitely more, or even just someone where your bum doesn't like suck up the leggings, or you don't like to like pull the leggings up the crack of your bum. The scrunch is definitely more noticeable. When Amplify first dropped that beautiful Black Friday in like 2020, that was the best Black Friday that I've seen Alphalete ever do. That was such a good Black Friday. The drop was incredible. I said in that video, and it was true because you could see it in the try-on clips, even if I tried to pull the material out of my bum cheeks, it wasn't going to stay out my bum cheeks. Like, the scrunch it was the first scrunch I'd ever tried where it doesn't just look like a weird line on the back of your leggings or your shorts. It actually like was a proper scrunch bum. Like, it went up there, it was well hidden. These are definitely not the same in terms of like, it just does the thing. I definitely found that I needed to maneuver the scrunch a little bit more, but once I had, it wasn't any more noticeable on me. But like I said, people with smaller glutes, or people that, you know, don't want to like wear it up there, it won't just naturally pull in as much with this new scrunch, in my opinion. And it definitely is more noticeable if you don't have bigger glutes, this scrunch. I mean, it's a prime example of if it's not broken, don't fix it. I feel like they made the scrunch thicker and they changed it to probably make it more durable, because people have had it ripping. But like, I have got Amplify from 2020 that I still wear on a regular basis. I have not had one of my scrunches rip. For me, in my opinion, I don't think they needed to make this scrunch any like thicker or longer. It's not a deal breaker for me because it doesn't really change how they fit me, but it's definitely worth bearing in mind if you are smaller in the glute region. I had to take a pause there because the sun was just way too strong. Colours wise, in this drop, the only colour that I don't have is black, and I've not actually seen anyone with black, which makes me think they don't have it in yet. But they've not said that they're not launching it, so I think it should come in this week, and they're going to launch it at the weekend like they've promised. But I will keep you updated on that, just because I have noticed that literally no one has anything in black. Anyway, so the colours that I've got every other colour basically other than the black. So I've got the Storm Grey. Colour comparisons on my Instagram, by the way, at amyrookes. I've got the Scarlet colour, which, if I hold it up like this, that is a true representation of the colour. It is a ruby red, it is a blood red, it's a bright deep red. It's not like a fire engine red, but it's like a bright deep red. It's not like Bordeaux, I don't know how you say that word. It's not like Bordeaux where it had kind of like a, it wasn't really bright at all. It was like a true deep red. This is a bright, deep red, if that makes sense. In terms of like the storm grey colour as well, again, like I've said, colour comparisons on my Instagram, but I would describe this as a mushroomy grey. It's got like browny, purplish undertones, but it's very much grey. I'll put it next to colours like viola and stuff on my Instagram so that you can kind of see what I mean. But like a mushroom grey is, in my opinion, like the perfect way to describe this colour. We then have Pure Blue, which is like a, it's not well, it's, this is what that colour looks like. It is not the same as any colour that has dropped before. I did think it was going to be like the exact same as Rainfall when I saw it on pictures and stuff, but in real life it's not the same colour as Rainfall. Probably more similar, but definitely not the same. And then you have Chocolate, which is like a very, very dark brown. Like it's almost, I've got a black top on, so you can see just how dark of a brown it is. It's way darker than Mocha. Personally, I would like to see something in between Mocha and Chocolate. I thought this was going to be a little bit lighter. I still really like the colour, but just something to be aware of. So I have got all of the short shorts in a size extra small, and obviously these are the updated short, so obviously I'll put like comparison clips in and all that sort of stuff. But I've now got a 4.5 inch inseam, so they are longer than the original short shorts. If you put these on like I have in the try on clip and you don't roll them up at all, they are basically the length that I would roll the biker shorts up to. But short shorts roll way more than the bikers, so they're not going to stay that length throughout your workout. They will ride up. For me personally, I would still wear these like hiked up slightly, because I just feel like they look a bit weird from the, I don't know, I kind of like the look of the extra material on the bikers. So I still like hike mine up a little bit, but it's nice to have that option of having a little bit of an extra inch. I personally find that the extra length has made these a lot more flattering, in my opinion, than the short shorts. I definitely prefer these. I thought it was going to be a case of if it's not broken, don't fix it, but like, no, this is definitely way more flattering in my personal opinion. I know that not everyone will hold that opinion. Like shorter people, for example, like a girl DM'd me on Instagram and said that the short shorts were already a bit too long, so she's quite upset they've changed it. So hopefully they can have like all the lengths and they've not just completely got rid of the shorter ones. But to show you the difference between all three shorts, these are the original short shorts, these are the new longer ones. By the way, this is the new storm grey colour. I'm pretty sure this is medium grey, 99.99% sure. It might be Thundercloud because I actually get the two mixed up all the time because they're very similar. But I will try and double check. I think there's like a serial code on there that I can check. So this is how they look lined up. That's the difference between all three of the shorts. If you look at the old compared to the new, there's a couple differences with the shorts. So the branding's slightly different now. It's more like squished and spread out, whereas it used to be like a bit bigger and a bit blockier. I definitely prefer the new one, actually. I definitely prefer how this looks, but that's just something to note. So the differences are, obviously I've lined the waistbands up from the bottom. The waistband on the new ones are slightly taller, and as you can see as well, these are both a size extra small, and the new ones are running a little bit bigger. But just do be aware that I do feel that the waistband, especially on the grey colours, does definitely run a little bit bigger. It's still like compressive and it still shapes you nicely. It's actually a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, these are both a size extra small, so just for reference there. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you is, and this is the same for all of the bottoms, so like bikers, everything, it's the same. This is the old scrunch, this is the new one. The new one is way longer. And as you'll see on the old one, this is unattached, but there's no like panel there. Whereas on the new one, all my bottoms are unattached, but it's almost like there's a panel here at the bottom. Again, I've not noticed like a difference in what it does, but it's definitely worth noting. It looks like it pulls down a little bit more at the top, and like the thickness of the scrunch itself is definitely thicker. So yeah, that's the difference between the old scrunch and the new scrunch, and this is consistent across all my pairs. Like, if you look at the biker short, it's the same again. It's a thicker scrunch, it's a longer scrunch, and it's got this little panel at the bottom. So yeah, like I've said in the video, it's more of an impact on people who maybe have smaller glutes or like don't, you know, find that they don't need to. So yeah, like I've said in the rest of the video, that is the difference between the scrunch, and it didn't make a huge difference for me, but it definitely made a difference and does make a difference on people that I've seen with smaller glutes. This scrunch looks more noticeable. It's not as like just doing the purpose scrunch as it used to be, if that makes sense. Like, it's now noticeable as well. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like it used to just hike them up between your bum cheeks, and now you can actually see this at like the top. It's like it comes up a bit higher. But yeah, old scrunch, new scrunch, old branding, new branding. Okay, so in terms of the short shorts from this drop, the lengths are all pretty consistent. Waistband size, weirdly I thought Scarlet would be the smallest because it definitely fits the tightest, but I think it's just because Scarlet has the least stretch, whereas Pure Blue is definitely like as stretchy as like chocolate, if not like a tiny bit less. But yeah, so as I did suspect from putting them on, the Storm Grey and Chocolate are like the exact same. They definitely fit a little bit bigger in the waist. Then the Scarlet colour is slightly snugger, but this has less stretch, so it definitely fits tighter. And the Pure Blue actually has the smallest waistband on here. I'll just show you the scrunchies on the short shorts, consistent across all of them. So you've got this like little panel bit here. Yeah, scrunchies are consistent. They're all a bit thicker. They're all a bit longer. All the same on the new short shorts that I have. The scrunchies all look the exact same. But for anyone who sized up, for example, for extra length in the old shorts, you don't need to do that with these ones. You can just go with your true size, which brings me on to sizing. I wear a size extra small in all the colours that I'm holding up currently. So the Pure Blue, the Storm Grey and the Chocolate colour, an extra small is fine. I personally would not need to size up in any of these. These all feel completely fine. However, the Scarlet, and this is true for like these shorts and the legging version, the Scarlet is very, 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 very tight. It definitely runs tight, and I think in both the leggings and the shorts, the leggings in particular, maybe the shorts are a little bit more comfortable in a size extra small, but the leggings in particular, they fit way, 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 way tighter. So if you are between sizes, you definitely need to go with that size up. I would say for shorts in general, if you don't want them to pinch in, take the size up if you're between sizes, because if you go with the smaller size, they will pinch in. And also, not all of these colours are squat proof, so that is something to bear in mind as well. If you're concerned about sheerness in between sizes, always take the size up. What I will say, and I'll get onto like the fabric and stuff, is the squat proofness is like nowhere near as bad in the shorts as it is in the leggings. And I think that's just because it's a shorter piece of material. It doesn't have to stretch over your entire leg, which can, you know, pull things a little bit sheerer in the grand scheme of things. But the grey, so in all of these try on clips, I've got on a like dark red thong to really put this ish to the test. Obviously, if I'm wearing grey shorts, probably wouldn't wear bright red underwear, but it's nice to kind of test these things out, because for me, that's my equivalent of squat testing in a big brief. I'd never wear a big brief. I probably would wear dark red underwear with grey shorts, to be honest. I'm very, very, very unorganised. So the good news is, in terms of squat proofness, every single one of these damn colours is stand-up proof, and this has not happened for the past, I do not even know how many launches. Like, they've not even been stand-up proof on me in a size up, in a size small. These are all stand-up proof on me in a size extra small. The grey is not entirely squat proof. It will show a bit of sheerness. None of the shorts are to the point where I would not wear them in the gym. None of them are to the point where I'm like, whoa, like I could not train in this. Like I would feel really, really uncomfortable wearing this in the gym. It's nothing like that. I would definitely say that all of these colours are definitely wearable, but the chocolate, the Pure Blue and the Storm Grey, none of them are entirely squat proof or RDL proof. They definitely show a little bit of something, but nowhere near as bad as recent launches. Nowhere near as bad, especially in like the grey colour, which I was expecting to have issues with based off the more recent launches. So yeah, and then in terms of the scarlet colour, I personally found the scarlet shorts to be completely squat proof on me. I didn't have an issue with these at all. They were completely fine and completely opaque and completely solid, which makes sense. I mean, like I said, I'll get onto the fabric in a moment, but it does make sense considering the fabric of this launch. So yeah, the short shorts have gone over like sizing, the length, squat proofness, rolling up. Camel toe wise, these are definitely like probably the least camel toe-y Alphalete shorts that I've had amongst more recent launches of Amplify, which is good. I'm not going to say they're 100% camel toe proof, but they're definitely not as bad as, you know, the more fluffy launches. So like Bloom was quite bad, all that sort of stuff. None of these are too bad. The grey and the chocolate I did found gave me more of one than the pear blue and the scarlet colour, but none of them were as bad as they have been in recent launches, which is a relief to see. Sweatproofness, unfortunately, I can't comment just yet. I am going to do a pinned comment and update you all on this, but I got my package last night, which was Tuesday. It's now Wednesday, so I've not had time to test these. Normally I used to say they'll be fine because they're Amplify, but the recent launches have shown a bit of sweat on me, so I would actually like to test these before I comment, just because I don't want to give out the wrong information on them. But yeah, those are the short shorts, 4.5 inch seam. I definitely way prefer these over the shorter ones. I personally am glad that they added that extra little bit of length. It does make all the difference. So moving on, we have the 7.5 inch seam biker short, which, like I said, if you need a bunda short, like this is the short for you. I've just noticed the biker shorts aren't actually coming in the scarlet colour, which I'm a little bit sad about. I feel like they should have done the biker shorts in scarlet, but they didn't. We move. So I've got these in pear blue, storm grey and chocolate, but I've got an extra small and a small in chocolate, so I will put in like comparison clips and all that sort of stuff, like I've said, so I can show you the difference in sizing. And I also tried them both on, so the first clip that you will see when I'm doing the chocolate try-ons, the first clip will be the extra small, the second clip will be the size small. So to show you the size difference between an extra small and a small in the bikers in the chocolate colour, the small gets you a little bit of extra length, not too much, probably about the width of like this bottom chunk of seam here. And the waistband is like, not, to be honest, not a huge ton. There's definitely not a big difference between these two sizes, but I definitely prefer how the extra small fits me personally. But yeah, that's the difference between an extra small and a small in the biker. Okay, let's look at an OG pair of biker shorts compared to the new stone grey. So this is, I think this is the wisteria colour. So as you can see, I've lined them up here. They're lined up at the top. Lengthwise, the new ones definitely come down a little bit longer, but I think it's more to do with the height of the waistband than anything else, because if I pull these down to like match the waistband up at the bottom, let me just do it on that side, they're way closer in length when I do this, but then there's an extra little bit at the top, so the waistband is like slightly higher on the newer ones. Yeah, bottom here like this, they're a little bit longer on the newer ones, and like I said in the video, the waistband definitely doesn't feel quite as snug. These are both a size extra small. This one is a little bit bigger, so the waistbands are running and the sizing is running a little bit bigger in most of the colours. The only exception to this is scarlet, which I'm sure I'll show you when I lay all the colours over each other. Definitely fits the tightest and has like the least stretch to it. One interesting thing I've just noticed on the bikers when I have flipped them over is that the old, like this gap here, is actually bigger on the old ones in comparison to the new ones. So the scrunch is still thicker, but the scrunch on the old ones, on this pair in particular, is actually a little bit longer, and it looks like there's more like glute space on the old ones. Obviously this wasn't true for the short shorts, but it's definitely true for the bikers. The old ones have like a bigger gap here. The new ones have got definitely a much smaller gap there, so that's definitely something that is worth bearing in mind. Sizing wise, the biker shorts are very consistent between the storm grey, the pear blue and the chocolate. As you can see, the pear blue and the chocolate are like slightly bigger than the storm grey, but like not noticeable, and it's definitely not noticeable when they're on. Lengthwise, there's a little bit of a difference, but it's nowhere near as bad as it normally is, which is lovely to see. We love to see it. Just show you that all the scrunchies are the same on the biker shorts. I will just go over them dead quick. The new thicker, longer scrunch, for whatever reason, with this little panel on the bottom. It's on the pear blue, it's on the storm grey, and it's also on the chocolate. They are all thicker. The scrunchies look the same. It's not like one of them's dead skinny. They all look the same, as you can see. So the details on these in terms of like waistband, scrunch, no front seam, mesh panel down the side, the exact same as the short. These are just 7.5 inch seam. I have shown you in one of the colours what these look like, you know, and I will do like a comparison between like the short shorts, the new short shorts and the biker shorts, so you can see, you know, how they all look. But you can go back to my old reviews and look at the short shorts if you want to. But I have done a clip where I've worn these like fully pulled down to their full length. Each to their own. I would never ever wear them like that. I think they look quite strange on me. I don't like a long short. I know that some people do, so if you do, then these are perfect. I personally roll these up. They are, like I said, if you need something that is gonna make the bunda, look no further than the biker short rolled up, because it just hits different. Like, these are without a doubt the most flattering bottom on the glutes that Alphalete do. Like, I don't feel squished in, I don't feel compressed at all. They are by far the most flattering style bottom that Alphalete have on sale, full stop. I like to roll mine up. You do of course get a little bit of extra fabric around the front when you do that, but for me personally, it doesn't bother me. It's worth it. I don't think it looks particularly bad, to be honest. And if you are only getting one pair of shorts, because like, I feel like when you're an influencer, when you're a fitness review person, whatever you are, you can get so desensitized to how expensive this stuff actually is, because you're constantly getting sent it for free, that you end up like, you know, recommending like absolutely everything, and kind of forgetting that like one pair of these bottoms is like what some people may make in like one singular day. Like, it's an obscene amount of money, especially with the cost of living crisis in the UK. I think a lot of people are probably going to want to be picking like one or two things rather than doing like a whole haul of items. And if you are only going to get one short, I would personally recommend this, just because you can wear it longer if you want to wear it longer. You can wear it shorter. When you do roll them up, they don't roll up any further, as opposed to like the short shorts. Like, yes, they might be like the length that I roll the bikers up to, but then they roll. These, once I've self-rolled them, they don't roll up any further. They're completely adjustable. Like, you can make these as long, up to 7.5 inches, or as short as you want them to be. You can even roll them up further than I have. They're like the most versatile piece in terms of like Amplify bottoms. So if you're stuck between this and the short short, I would say the biker personally, because you can completely like customize it. In terms of which size I prefer in the biker shorts, for me personally, it's hard to say, because all the materials are a little bit different between the colorways, and I've only got chocolate, which is like the thinnest, most tight, like stretchiest material out of this entire launch. So it's kind of hard for me to say that, you know, the same is going to be true for all the other colours. But personally, based off the small that I have in the chocolate, I do not need a size small in the biker shorts. They're stretchy enough, they're comfy enough. They actually feel like a little bit big in a size small on me. The extra small is absolutely fine. And like I said, the shorts and stuff don't have as much issues with sheerness as the leggings do, so are completely fine in me on an extra small. I like an extra small. I would give the same size and advice as I did with the short shorts, to be honest. If you're between sizes and you're worried about things like digging in, size up. If you're worried about sheerness and you're between sizes, size up. Because they're not all completely solid by, no matter what my camera shows, I'm telling you, in person, when I squat and RDL and stuff, they are not all completely solid. None of them are completely solid. So if you are concerned about things like sheerness, I would definitely recommend that you size up. Camel toe, same as the short shorts. Sweatproofness, again, I cannot say. I would not really particularly like to say, because I just feel like I can't comment just yet. I feel like I'm rushing through the shorts. I can go into the leggings and speak like in depth about the fabric, because yeah. But if you're on, to be honest, if you're only getting one item from this launch, like if money's tight and you only want to get one thing, biker shorts. These are my this isn't, am I going to say it? I think I'm going to say it. This is my favourite product that Alphalete do. If you follow me for a long time, if you've watched any of my workout videos, there is normally a fat chance I have got the biker shorts on. And they've not released them in ages. And I hope that they keep these in stock consistently, but I don't know if they are gonna. So if you do want biker shorts, definitely get them whilst you can, because I have been waiting for these to come back in. Even if they'd restocked old colours, I wouldn't have cared. I've been waiting for these babies for so long. It is worth noting that I'm definitely more of a short person than a leggings person anyway. I don't know what it is, but like shorts just make me look more muscular. And I like my legs to look like bigger and more muscular, and like I like looking strong in the gym, and I feel like leggings just make my legs look quite skinny. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe it's because they're like a compressive legging and they like suck me in and stuff, but the shorts are the most like fly free, bunda accentuating shorts ever. Yeah. If you are comfortable in shorts, these are the only gym shorts that you need. I am very confident in saying that. Love the other short shorts, but like if you're only going to get one, you might as well get these. Do you know what I mean? I feel like at this point I literally roast like most products, so you know it's good in my opinion, and like I'm being very honest that I think it's good if I say it's good, because otherwise I just wouldn't. I mean, I'd tell you it's bad. It's not that I wouldn't say anything, I'd actually just tell you it's bad. So moving on to the leggings. So I've got these in chocolate, I've got them in scarlet, I've got them in the grey, I've got them in the pea blue, and I've got the grey in a size extra small and a small. Like I said, I will put in some like comparisons and stuff. So as I have said throughout this video, throughout the entire course of this video, the leggings have way more issues than the shorts in terms of sheerness, and in terms of, in my opinion, you know, being worth it or not. And I'm going to get onto the fabric now, because the fabric is the same regardless of if you get these colours in the shorts or the leggings. It's like I said, I just think because when you've got leggings on, it's like a long tube and it's got to stretch a lot more over the entirety of your leg. I think that's why it's got more issues. And because I'm a shorts person anyway, it works for me. But if you're a leggings person, it's a bit fucking gutting, I'm not gonna lie. I do not know who started the vicious rumour that this was the OG material, but it is not. And I actually think whoever started the OG material thing, I think they think charcoal, dusty green and those sorts of colours are the OG material, and they are not. They are nothing of the sort. When I say that, it makes me think of that clip of Tiffany when she was on Big Brother and she was talking about Gemma Collins, and I mean I won't say what she said in that video, but like she says something and then she's like, she is nothing of the sort. I can't remember what it is. It's nothing of the sort. Like, I was so excited when I heard that the OG material was coming back, because I was like, finally. Like, I have been banging on about the quality of the OG Amplify material for like over a year, and like all the people that love Amplify like me, they're gonna get to experience it if they, you know, missed out on the first two drops. Because for the first two drops of Amplify, it was popular within like the Alphalete world, but I feel like after the second drop, which is when the material started literally being different every single launch, it kind of blew up beyond Alphalete, and they got like a lot more new customers, new people to the brand. So there's a lot of people that have got Amplify stuff that have never experienced the OG material, because I think it speaks volumes that people can sell their OG Amplify leggings and people pay the price for like £200. I mean, everyone says invest in property. I say invest in a very high quality, nice colour pair of Amplify leggings, because you never know, in a year you might be able to sell them for 4 times the price. I mean, you're not seeing that kind of an interest rate at any bank in England at the moment. If you're looking for an investment piece, Amplify might be the job. I am joking, I do not agree with the price gouging, but like, it's mad that people pay £200 for the leggings. I know it's hard, but like, please refrain from doing it, because the more people that buy at those prices, the more people hike the prices up when they resell. By the way, if you are buying from this launch with the intention of reselling, please don't. They have said that there is going to be more stock from this launch, I believe, and they're aiming to keep things more consistently in stock, but I've just got like a feeling that some of this stuff, especially the shorts, especially some of the colours like the red, I've got a feeling that they're still going to sell out, and I think they're going to go quite quick, and I don't know if these colours are going to come back or not. And I hate FOMO marketing, but I also really don't want people to miss out on what they want and then end up having to pay through the nose for it from a reseller. So if you are thinking of reselling, please just think of people who literally are wanting to spend, like they've saved up for this launch, like they've saved their hard-earned cash. Give them a fair opportunity of getting these at retail price, because it's really, 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 really unfair. But yeah, when people like the OG fabric is back, I was like, oh my god, like I'm buzzing. Then my package came yesterday, and people have been asking me like about the fabric and all that sort of stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I was actually a bit gutted to have to feed back to Instagram yesterday on the fabric, because like I said, it's not the OG fabric. The only colour that is like the OG fabric, and I'm talking like it's very similar to the OG fabric, like there may be a slight difference, but it's very, very, very similar. It's more matte, it's thicker, there isn't really a sheen to it on the pair that I have, maybe a slight one, but like nothing as sheeny as the new ones. It's a lot more, not completely squat proof, but it's way more squat proof. It's not got that fluffy texture to it one bit. It's thicker. It's not gonna pill like, you know, more recent launches have. It's the scarlet colour. So if you liked the OG material, or if you want to try the OG material, because as much as I've like complained about the material changes, some people genuinely prefer it, and that's fine. So if you don't like the OG material, do not get scarlet colour. But if you have never tried the OG material and you want to try it, or you are someone, and there are people who hasn't bought any Amplify from Alphalete since they changed the material because you don't like it and you don't think the quality is there anymore, the scarlet is like the highest quality Amplify piece that has dropped since February 2021. It's the highest feeling quality. Like, this is a quality legging. I have no doubt that this is gonna last just as long as my, you know, original Amplify leggings have. No doubt about it. I don't see this pilling. This, if you're wanting the OG fabric, this, just this. The rest of the colours, offensive to say that this is anything like the OG fabric. It's not. Like, it's just not. This fabric, if you bought, it's pretty much the exact same as this. If you bought from the launch, which I feel like it was in maybe March last year, or maybe like April, May, June, I don't know. If you bought the Mocha, the Twilight, that drop, it's that material, which is when I actually first noticed that there was a material change. It's the first time they changed the material, and they've kind of gone back to that basically. So the material is basically, compared to recent drops, way less fluffy straight off the bat. Like, there's definitely not as much of like a fluffy texture to it, which in my opinion was causing a lot of the pilling. I've experienced pilling, people that I know have experienced pilling, but if you were really disappointed with the Here Comes the Sun ombre leggings feel, yeah, nothing like that, so you don't need to worry about that. But also nothing like the OG fabric. It is the same as like the Twilight drop, because I remember when that dropped I was like, these feel different. So in comparison to, for example, the Scarlet material and like the OG like Ivy Rainfall, these are thinner. They're less fluffy than more recent drops, like I said. They have a sheen to them. Do not mistake the sheen for just being a sheen and not being see-through, which I'll get onto in a second, because the chocolate is horrendous in terms of like literally looking like a pair of tights, in my opinion, in my experience. Maybe I've just got like a bad batch of the chocolate and everyone else is fine, but to be honest, even on other people I have noticed like a very noticeable sheen tight like look on the chocolate colour. So yeah, thin, literally like a low denier, high denier, tight, less fluffy than recent drops, so probably gonna pill slightly less, but this is not pill proof, because if you look at my short shorts, you can already see, oh, it's not showing up in this lighting, but you can literally already see that these have started to pill on the mesh paneling, and I got them yesterday. I've done try on clips and that's it. I don't know if that's just showed up. If it hasn't, there is a clip on my Instagram. It will be on my highlight. I'm just doing try on clips. I've noticed this on my storm grey ones already. So for people that were asking about pilling, yeah. The storm grey is definitely like one of the fluffier of the new colours, but it's probably one of my favourite colours. So still going to pill, but probably not as quick as the drops like Dusty Green, Charcoal, the Here Comes the Sun collection. Yeah, the best way to describe this is like a legging version of a tie, and by far like the worst colour for it is chocolate. So if I like rate the colours in terms of like the leggings, the Scarlet in terms of like fabric, most like the OG material, very very similar to the OG material in my opinion. I've got Storm Grey, which is like, it definitely feels less soft than the Pia Blue and the chocolate, but it's not the same as the Scarlet colour. It's definitely got like, well, like I've just shown you, it's got a slightly fluffy texture, not as much as recent drops like Charcoal and stuff, but a slight fluffy texture. This is definitely more like tight region, like even in a size small. And then Pia Blue is probably like definitely softer than the Storm Grey colour. Very stretchy, very tight, like does like the, if I, you know, put these on and sit like in direct sunlight, it's not just a sheen over my thigh, I can see my skin through the leggings, so definitely not squat proof. The Storm Grey isn't entirely squat proof either. And then Chocolate is the worst. I feel like I said, this is because I'm a white woman. I've got a very light skin tone, and so this, like with a like sheerness to it, like a tie, it's gonna show like a sore thumb, and it did. And I put it on my Instagram yesterday, and I'll put in a clip of that, and then I will also put in some clips of me doing like the punch through test on the other colour leggings. So I'm gonna do the punch through. I'm like in like the most natural lighting. I'm right in front of like a direct window. Not pushing my hand any further through this one than I would the other one. I'm gonna push it through the exact same amount. As you can see, they're literally like tights. They're very thin. Yeah, I'm not saying like your glutes would stretch them out this much. I'm not saying they're gonna look this sheer on. I'm merely just showing you like how thin they are in comparison to the OG material, which I've definitely done before, but also like the Scarlet colour. There is like a marked difference. I'm actually pushing through a little bit more on here. Like there is a marked difference in the thickness. You can tell how hard I'm pushing through because my nail's like, that there is a marked difference. I'll do the other colours as well for you actually, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is the Pia Blue colour. So like I said, this is like the second thinnest compared to Chocolate. It's like tights when you put your fingers through it. The red just isn't as thin. It's definitely not as thin as the Chocolate, but like it's definitely thin. Still thin. Oh, I've just picked up Chocolate again. I meant to pick up a grey pair. And then Storm Grey, which I actually find to be a little bit thicker than the other two colours. Like, you can still see my nail through it, but I feel like you can tell even when I do this, it's not quite, this doesn't feel quite as thin on compared to the other two. It's definitely nowhere near as thick as Scarlet, but like, yeah, I hope that helps. I want to make it really clear, like, I am aware that like not everyone is going to sit and put like their fist through the leggings. The reason why I do it is because it's the easiest way of showing you that like there is a clear difference in thickness between these leggings and the original ones, these leggings and even the Scarlet colour. To be honest, there is like a marked difference in terms of like, in my opinion, the quality feel, how long I think these are going to last, the durability, and the thickness. Like, there's a clear difference. I'm not saying that like, you know, the way you can see my nails through them is the way that you're going to see your bum through it. It depends on your proportions, it depends if you size up or not. I'm just demonstrating how thin the chocolate colour is. Out of the bunch, it's quite strange because the chocolate would be what I would assume to be the most solid and probably the least stretchy, because the dyeing process tends to make darker colours fit tighter. But it's definitely like the biggest kind of fitting out of the leggings, and it's definitely the softest, it's definitely the stretchiest. I would actually probably rate them like in terms of like softness, stretchiness, tightness backwards from chocolate. So I would rate it with chocolate being like the softest, the stretchiest, then Pure Blue, then Storm Grey, then Scarlet, and durability will probably work in the opposite way. So Scarlet, then Storm Grey, then Pure Blue, then chocolate. Like I said, I've not had these items long enough to actually like fully attest to that, but based off like previous drops that I've had that feel like this, that is my personal opinion. A lot of people on Instagram were asking me, you know, do you think the material and stuff is worth it, because they keep changing it and all this sort of stuff. Do you know what, like, I'm just going to be completely honest. In terms of like the shorts and stuff, I 100% think they're worth it. They don't pull as sheer, they're super flattering, they look awesome on, especially the biker shorts. But in terms of the leggings, like, as the launches go on, I'm like struggling more and more to justify the price of the leggings with the amount of changes that happens every time, the inconsistencies, the see-throughness. Like, it honestly just makes me sad, because I remember how excited I was when Amplify first launched, and I was like, wow, even like Viola is like not see-through, and it was like such a light colour, and like my black from that launch, that original launch, is like so solid, and like it just makes me a bit sad. So in terms of the leggings, if you are getting a pair, look, some people like this new material and for them it's worth it. And to those people, if you like the material of like Mocha and Twilight and you like a super thin, you're not bothered about it being like completely opaque, you like thin, you like super stretchy, you like soft, you like a tight like looking legging, you're not bothered about a sheen, these are worth it to you because this is what you prefer. But for me personally, in the leggings, the only two colours that I would recommend would be the Storm Grey and the Scarlet, because I think they're going to stand the test of time. I think they are going to be more durable. I think they are going to pill less than the other colours. I'm not saying they won't pill full stop, but I think they'll definitely pill less. And it's nice to have a grey, a more recent grey that's like stand-up proof. Do you know what I mean? Ultimately, are these leggings worth it? The Storm Grey and the Scarlet are, in my opinion. The chocolate leggings and the Pure Blue leggings are just a bit too thin, a bit too sheer, too sheeny, too tight, like for me, to justify the price point. But other people will love them, so do with that. Just, yeah, I'm giving you the information. You can make your own decision. But if you've never tried the OG material, I would really recommend you get a Scarlet pair of leggings, because it's the most similar that I think we're gonna get. So with that being said, in terms of squat proofness with the leggings, chocolate, not completely squat proof, it looks like tight. Pure Blue, not completely squat proof either. Storm Grey, not entirely squat proof, definitely better in a size small, but Dan actually did my squat test with me yesterday when I got all this stuff, and he was like feeding back to me. He said there wasn't actually a huge difference in like the size small and the size extra small in terms of like how sheer it was, but he said that the grey didn't look as bad. But I think this is because of the contrast of like skin tone. So obviously like I've got quite light skin, I've just come back off holiday, I've got a little bit of a tan, but like I'm a Caucasian woman, I'm a white woman, so the contrast between the grey and my skin isn't going to show up as much as, for example, the chocolate and my skin. Like you can see my skin like a sore thumb through it, which again highlights the importance of having a wide, being able to see before launch, consumers being able to see a wide range of skin tones, a wide range of everything with these items on, because like I said at the start, colours like chocolate will probably actually look a lot better in terms of like the sheen and the sheerness on people who have got like really deep skin tones, whereas for example the storm grey might look all right on me. On people with a deeper skin tone, you might be able to see that contrast more. And then the scarlet colour, not entirely squat proof, but like definitely more squat proof than most. Like Dan said to me, he was like, I wouldn't have any concerns about you like, you know, going to the gym or thinking that looks completely see-through. In the scarlet colour, and the scarlet colour is actually Dan's favourite. Dan loves red. I thought it was going to be like not my favourite colour because it looked like, I just thought it looked a bit meh because I was expecting like a bright fire truck red, but I actually like really like the scarlet colour. I think it's probably my favourite colour of the drop. I think the scarlet colour and the storm grey are probably my favourite colours. I love the chocolate, but like I'm disappointed by the material of it. It's definitely very thin, stretchy. It just feels very delicate. So like colour wise I love it, but like quality wise I would definitely recommend the storm grey and the scarlet over that personally. In terms of like the compression in the waistbands between this and previous drops, I will put in a clip to compare to previous drops and talk you through the differences with that. And for the leggings, I'm just going to compare to some previous drops. Obviously I can't compare it to every single drop, but if there is a specific one you want me to compare to, DM me on Instagram and I'll send you like a picture of like specific colourways, whatever. If I've got it, I'll do it for you and I'll lay it over like this. However, I've just decided to compare it to Mocha, and then I've got the Storm Grey, and then I've got the Blue Moon Ombre, just because I got a load of questions about how the sizing compares to Here Comes the Sun, because I know that a lot of people felt the waistbands were tighter. So Mocha fits pretty much directly on top of Storm Grey. These waistbands are the same on the leggings, so the fit of that is the same, but this one definitely feels less stiff. It definitely has more stretch to it. Weirdly, the Storm Grey doesn't feel as compressive in the waist as, for example, the like Here Comes the Sun ombre leggings did. So I'm quite surprised that the Blue Moon waistband is actually bigger, because this definitely feels less, you know. But I suppose it depends on like stretchiness and all that sort of stuff. I find this waistband way comfier. As you can see, like there's not like a difference in like the ribbon or anything, but definitely fits comfier. So yeah, woo! My Instagram story, it's just uploading. This is the Storm Grey extra small and small comparison. So there's definitely a bigger difference between the extra small and small in the grey leggings particular, like compared to the biker shorts. It's definitely a bigger difference in sizing there. Lengthwise you get a little bit of extra length, but it's nothing crazy. That's the difference. Legging comparison size wise, I've laid them all on top of each other. Weirdly, the Scarlet actually has the widest waistband, but it definitely fits the tightest. I'm quite surprised that it's showing up as the biggest, but the rest of them are honestly like really consistent compared to other Amplify launches. These are really consistent. So chocolate, pear blue and grey are pretty much the same. Scarlet's a little bit bigger, but still, regardless, it definitely fits the tightest. So yeah, but I'm very happy to see more consistent waistbands. I feel like none of them have been super off. And then if we come down and we look at the length, there's definitely a bit of a difference. So the grey are definitely the longest, red second longest with the chocolate, and then pear blue are definitely the shortest. There's always a little bit of a difference with the length, which is annoying, but it's not to the point where like you need to size up or down for extra length, in my opinion, because I think these should hit above ankle on most people anyway. I think that's how they look best. But yeah. And again, the scrunches on the back are all consistent. They've all got this like new panel in. They are the new, bigger, thicker, longer scrunch. The only difference between the colours is if you look at the panel here, so like this little panel that they've added to the bottom of the scrunch to join it to the gusset there, and then you can also see it on the grey, and you can also see it on the chocolate colour. It's way longer on the pea blue colour, so the scrunch ends earlier. So that's something to bear in mind. That could be different pair to pair. It might not be anything to do with the colour, but definitely something to bear in mind. But other than that, the scrunchies look the same. Another change that they have made is they've put a white tearaway tag on the inside instead. Yeah, which I think, I mean, I take all my tags out anyway, so even when like you can see the black tag through leggings, it didn't bother me too much because I always used to cut it out. It was more so the fact that you can see my underwear when I'm stood up. But yeah, you can cut this out, and also it's white, so it wouldn't show as much if you did want to leave it in. But yeah, just a little note that they have changed the labels. I saw someone post that these came with tags on. None of my bottoms came with tags on, like actual tags. Just something to know. And then of course the branding has changed slightly, so it's like I explained on the shorts clip, but it's all the same on these. There's no like changes. They're all the newer kind of branding. Way prefer this to the cursive. I'm so glad that the cursive isn't on everything. But yeah. Camel toe wise, you can get a bit of a camel toe with the leggings. It's nothing like a line pants. It's gonna depend on your bodily anatomy. Definitely not as bad as some of the recent drops, like the, you know, Here Comes the Sun collection. The camel toe in those was quite strong on me. Sizing advice for the leggings, I have extra smalls and smalls in these. If you are interested in the scarlet colour, it fits incredibly tight. Like it's still got stretch to it, but like it's not like as thin and like super stretchy like a tight as, for example, chocolate. Like there is a very big difference in terms of how tight it fits. If you are between sizes, which I kind of am, definitely size up. Like I think I would have got on better with a size small in the scarlet colour. It fits very, very tight. So if you are between sizes, definitely size up. I've had a few DMs from people saying that they've been told to size down if you're between sizes. I would not recommend sizing down if you're between sizes in any of these colours, particularly chocolate. For chocolate, I would say if you're between sizes, go with the size up. For pea blue, I would say if you're between sizes, you can go with the size up. For the storm grey, I would say if you're between sizes and you're worried about sheerness, go with the size up. But otherwise, I do think you can stay true to size. Also, you know, sheerness and stuff, it's going to depend on like the size of your glutes, all that sort of stuff. So if you have got, you know, similar size to me but like bigger glutes, I would recommend you go with a size small in all these colours. I like how the extra small fits in the grey, because it's like, it definitely feels a little bit less compressive, a little bit less, you know, it feels like it fits a little bit bigger than the Here Comes the Sun collection and also the scarlet colour. But I don't mind the small, it's just that the waistband is like not very compressive in the size small, and I've almost got like an extra bit of material on the waistband, which has never happened in Amplify before for me. So yeah, that would be my sizing advice. But the best way for me to give you sizing advice is for you to tell me your concerns, your preferences in the comments below or via DMs on Instagram, and also your measurements, all that sort of stuff, what sizes you have in other items, what size you normally get, and I will be able to give you like personalised sizing advice. I do think like I can give general rules of thumb, but like it really depends on like body composition and stuff. So if you need personal sizing advice, just drop me a message and I will help you out as quickly as I can. Like I said, I get back to everybody's messages. So yeah, that is all the Amplify bottoms. If you are only getting one thing, bike shorts. Like, you don't even understand how excited I am that they've brought them back. I thought they were never going to come back for a hot minute. I was like, oh my god, they're never going to bring them back. Like, I love the short shorts, but like they're just not the same. I absolutely love the biker shorts. And onto the Revival bra. Again, I'll put in a clip of these compared to old ones so you can see any differences, all that sort of stuff, and talk you through it. So I actually cannot find for the life of me an old Revival bra. I don't know where all my sports bras have gone, but I cannot find any of them. So I'm just going to have to talk you through any differences. In terms of how this feels fit-wise, it feels the exact same as the last Revival bras that dropped. So like the pastel-y kind of colours that dropped. All of it kind of feels the same, like the fit feels the same, comfort, all that sort of stuff. The only thing that's changed is the branding. So like it's changed on the bottoms, it's changed on the bras as well. And also like it's kind of like on a panel now, if that makes sense. Like, can you see that? Whereas on the old ones, if you look at my old hauls, it's not like this. Just something to bear in mind. But yeah, these are the new Revival bras. Love them. I say medium support for this bra, which I have got in Storm Grey, Chocolate, Pear Blue and Scarlet. By the way, with the Here Comes the Sun ombre collection, there was differences between like the bottoms and the tops in terms of colours. They're all like dead matches in this launch. You don't need to worry about that. They are proper matching sets. Just thought I would clarify that dead quick. I have these in an extra small. Stay true to size for Alphalete sizing. If you've never bought from Alphalete before, DM me. Maybe don't comment it below because you might not want to leave a comment in like a public forum telling me your bra size. DM me on Instagram so it's a bit more private and I can help you with sizing there, because Alphalete bra sizing can be a bit tricky. Typically they run bigger than your standard sports bra. So these are true to size for Alphalete sizing for me. I wouldn't need to size up. I definitely wouldn't need to size down. I would say a medium support for these is true. Medium support is definitely an accurate description for these. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing like full-blown hit and like sprint running in these, but I would feel comfortable doing like, you know, a light bit of skipping, a light jog. I would definitely feel comfortable doing that in these. Weight training, completely fine. And like this, it's got a scoop neckline, it's got a crossover back at the back, super flattering. They just look really good on. And because it's quite like it's a little bit of a compressive fit on me, which is how, in my opinion, a sports bra should be. I do think you need it like a little bit compressive. Because of like the way it fits and stuff, it kind of like squishes your boobs, it gives you like a cleavage, it makes your boobs look great, it makes your back look great. And these paired with Amplify bottoms just look amazing. Yeah, these matching sets are like my favourite like bra and bottom matching thing that Alphalete do. Obviously I do have other sports bras from Alphalete that I really like. I love the balance bras, love the Amplify bras, love the tri bras. But like if you're needing like a matching set, like a full set, Amplify bottoms are the best. Revival bras are one of the best. And if you don't like the thickness of the Amplify bras, so like the straps are quite thick and obviously it crosses over at the back, but the back straps are quite thick on the Amplify bra, definitely recommend the Revival bra because I think you might prefer it. It's got thin straps on the back, it's a bit more open. But yeah, sprout proof wise, again, I can't comment because I've not tested these particular ones out, but because like they hit quite low on the armpit, they don't tend to show a ton of sweat on me. But I'll test out like the between tit sweat tomorrow. But yeah, that's everything seamless. And I will quickly go over the Infinity pieces that I have. There are 3 items dropping. So we've got the women's Infinity Velocity short sleeve crop, which I've got in both colours. So I've got it in electric peach and static lavender. Then I've got both the shorts and I've got both the jackets. Oh my God, Dylan, you're treating me. Dylan is the most helpful person that works at Alphalete, by the way, no cap. I don't know what that man earns, but whatever it is, he needs a pay rise, and a fat one at that, because honestly, you text Dylan, it's like messaging me on Instagram. He's just back within like minutes, seconds. He's so helpful, and he never makes you feel like, if you've ever, like, I just feel like I could ask him anything and there's no such thing as a stupid question. He's so helpful and he's so keen to help as well. We stan Dylan. Dylan is underrated. Anyway, Velocity short sleeve crops. I won't spend too much time going over these because I've gone over them before and we know, girlies, these are not my favourite. Oh, by the way, I have got an extra, they sent me 2 of the Storm Grey Revival bra in an extra small, so I'm just going to give the other extra small away. It will be UK only because last time I did a giveaway of Alphalete stuff, I let it open to everyone and it cost me over £20 to post each parcel. There were multiple parcels. So I will not be making that mistake again. And I hate doing that because I feel like a lot of the people that watch my videos are in the US, but like, it's so expensive for me. I didn't realise how expensive it was. I got to the post office and he was like, yeah, that's like 20 something pounds. And I was like, what? Can we not send it via pigeon? But yeah, I've got an extra of these in a size extra small, so if you want it and you're in the UK, comment down below, tell me your favourite animal and maybe you'll win it and I'll give you it. Anyway, Velocity short sleeve crops, so electric peach and static lavender. These colours, even Dan was like, those are some nice colours. These are some nice ass colours. Imagine Amplify leggings in these colours. I know you're thinking like that's the bloom drop, but it's really not because these are quite bright. Especially this. We need more purple Amplify leggings. Like, I feel like they haven't even, like, they did Twilight, but like they've not done like an R6 purple kind of colour. And they should. They absolutely should. So yeah, I've got these in an extra small. I'm going to stop blabbing on now. In terms of branding, you've got the newer Alphalete logo on the front here. You've got the raw hem sleeves at the side, mesh panel at the back, and the hem is like curved at the bottom. Cropped wise, it comes up to about the belly button kind of height, maybe just above it. These you can stay true to size. You do not need to size up, nor do you need to size down. The mesh on the back is for ventilation, so if you want to wear these to training, they will be very, very comfortable. They are thin, they are lightweight, jersey material. You're not going to overheat in these. I would recommend you wear a bra underneath these just because you can really see quite a bit of like your nipples through it if you don't. But if you're a free the nip queen, go for it. You don't need to wear a bra. And the back doesn't look weird if you do wear a bra, by the way. It actually looks quite nice if you can see something through the back of it. These will show sweat because it's a jersey material, but as you can see, like around the shoulder, they're pretty wide cut, so it's not in direct contact with your armpit anyway, so it might not show a ton, but if you get like boob sweat and stuff, it will show it because it's jersey material. Not my favourite top that Alphalete do, but if you watched my previous haul when these launched, which was the last pulse drop, you'll see that I rolled the sleeves up like this. Game changing. It makes the top look totally different, and that is how I will be wearing these. I just don't like the way that these sleeves look. I think they look really cute on some people, but on me I just feel like I've got like a dog's t-shirt on, and I can't explain why I feel that way, but I just do. Yeah, I really, really love these colours. Would love to see these colours in some sports bras. Would love to see these colours in some leggings, provided that they're not see-through and they're stand-up proof. Not my favourite top, but not a bad top. It's just not to my personal taste. It's not really my style. And there's other tops from Alphalete that I get way more use out of that I would recommend over these. Anything from the Collective collection, the long sleeve crops, the open back ones, the ultra soft tops, the pinnacle tees. They're my favourite like crop tops that Alphalete do. These ones, cute colours, but like I know I'm not going to wear them because I don't really like the design. We have then got the Infinity Tech jackets. Again, these are not my fave thing that Alphalete do, and it's purely a personal preference thing. Like, these are just not a bit of me. So I've got this in both the citrus slice colour and the electric peach. So I'll show you on the electric peach what these are like on the inside. So it's like mesh. It's a mesh lining here, but it's like a fluffy mesh lining. It's not like a thin mesh lining. It definitely feels thicker. Yeah, it definitely feels thicker than what's on the back of the Velocity tops. Like, these are thin but like weirdly warm at the same time. It's like an insulated thin jacket. It's really hard to explain. I've got these in an extra small. I would personally size up in these just because I think it was Hannah who they did a funny Instagram reel with, and she was wearing a longer one, and I actually thought it looked quite cool on her. But these hit like hip height on me, so this would be my true size for a jacket. These fit like hip height. I'd rather it just be more oversized, so I would go up to a small, or I would wear these in a size medium to give it that kind of oversized fit. But yeah, that's what the inside of them is like. So in terms of details on the outside, you have got the Alphalete branding on the left there. You've then got like a drawstring around the hood, so if you want to tighten it, you can. It's black on both of these, by the way, like the zip and stuff is black on both. Cuffs at the bottom, it's cuffed. Cuffs at the bottom of the sleeve, it's cuffed at the bottom of the top. You've got zip pockets here, which have got like a fleece lining on the inside, which can I just say is a sensory sensation when you put your hands in there, because you're not expecting it from like it's like a crepe windbreaker material. It's not really got like a shine to it. It's like a matte windbreaker. As far as windbreakers go, it's a good looking windbreaker. It's just not my personal style nor taste. But you wouldn't expect it to be fluffy inside the pockets and like fleecy when you put your fingers in there, and then you're like, whoa. So yeah, I actually wouldn't say this is like a lightweight windbreaker. I'd say this is a really good, if it's your personal style, it's a good transitional piece, because it's not super thin, but it's not super thick. So for this time of year in England, this is perfect if it's your taste. They are quite out there colours, so I feel like if this jacket's not your taste, this drop of them is probably not the best one to buy from, just because they're very much in your face. I can definitely see like people that are into running and stuff wearing these on like early morning runs when it's cold and stuff, and you're not going to get into an accident with something this bright on. They're going to see you coming from a mile off. You look like a highlighter. But yeah, these are just not my personal preference. There's other jackets from Alphalete, you know, they're completely different, because this is like windbreakers are just not my thing. But like what's it called, like the Enjaw crop jacket, which is kind of like a cropped windbreaker, I definitely prefer that. The Elements crop zip jackets, the seamless pullovers, they're my favourite jackets that Alphalete do. Not my personal taste, nothing bad with it. It's definitely a heavyweight windbreaker. It's just not for me. Then we have the Women's Infinity Stride short with liner. They have dropped these before, but I will go over the details dead quick. Again, I've got this in Electric Peach, and I've also got it in Citrus Slice. So at the front, dead plain. You've got a seam down at the front. On the right hand side, you've got a tonal zipper. Very well hidden pocket. I said this last time, but I really like that they did it tonal. You've got some glow in the dark strip at the bottom, which I feel like this is to protect you when you're out running in the dark, because like people will see you and stuff. Could be wrong, but I feel like that is what it's there for. These shorts have got a 3-inch inseam, so as far as like running shorts go, I feel like that's quite short. Definitely on the shorter side. Yeah, Alphalete Athletics on the back, again in like the silver glow in the dark. And then you have the curved hem at the side, so this is meant to be more glute flattering. These shorts are just not glute flattering in my opinion. I don't think they're super flattering on the glutes, but they're not meant to be. They're running shorts, they're not Amplify shorts. If you want flattering on the glutes, you're going to be going for the biker shorts, let's be honest. Or the short shorts if you really don't want the extra material. Yeah, and then they've got a liner on the inside, and like when I got these two colours, the one thing that I thought was, why is the liner black? Because you can see it, like it kind of ruins the colour of them, because you can see it through the short, if that makes sense. I wish they'd done like a white liner, or even like a tonal one. Maybe the tonal one wouldn't have been possible, because like it's probably quite wasteful to do that in terms of like the amount of material you'd be using, and they're quite like niche colours. But I just feel like the fact that it's black underneath it ruins it a little bit. I wish that they'd done a white liner. I think that would have gone way better with these light colours. I've got these in an extra small. They fit fine. I wouldn't size up, I wouldn't size down. Stay true to size of these shorts, especially because you've got the liner, which is tight. It's not going to ride up or anything like that. You don't need to size up. They're a very, very decent length. Your ass isn't going to be hanging out of these. They're definitely longer than like the previous running shorts that Alphalete have done. Well, they are in terms of like how they fall anyway. I don't know if they are in actual inseam, but like, especially with the liner. You're not going to have your bum hanging out of them. If running shorts are your thing, not a bad pair of running shorts. Running shorts are not my thing, and therefore I personally wouldn't recommend them. I would rather spend all my money on Amplify biker shorts. Not a bad product. I'll tell you if it's a bad product. I'll tell you if there's a quality issue. There isn't one. The only thing I don't understand is why they did a black liner with such light colours, but maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing a trick. So that is my full Alphalete review for this drop this weekend. I'm not gonna lie guys, it's been an absolute farce to get this video up. I got my package yesterday, the launch is on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. It's a bit of a quick turnaround. Hope this video has been helpful. Hopefully I have answered all your burning questions, but if there is anything that I've left out, if you want to request a specific colour comparison, colour comparisons by the way are on my Instagram, but if you want a specific one, DM me on Instagram. If you want to see if certain colours go together, DM me on Instagram, I'll do that for you. Sizing advice, again, DM me on Instagram. If there's anything, any questions at all about anything that maybe like, you know, I know I talk a lot so you might have skipped through the video. I'm happy to clarify things in the comments if you've skipped past a part and missed a little bit of information that I gave. Any questions whatsoever, comment them below or message me on Instagram. I will get back to every single one of you. If you were getting one item from this launch, biker shorts. Like, if you're only going to get one thing from this launch, it would be biker shorts. If you're going to get two things from this launch, I would recommend you get biker shorts with a matching bra. Colour wise, I've just realised scarlet doesn't come in the bikers. My favourite colour is definitely scarlet, so maybe you could lean into the leggings or the short shorts on that front. It's the highest quality feeling colour, it's the thickest, it's the most like the original, and I am confident in saying if you know, care for these leggings in the way that you should care for your activewear, scarlet is the colour that will last you the longest with the least problems, in my opinion. Yeah, to clarify again, OG fabric, the other colours are nothing of the sort. They're nothing like it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've missed out. One thing I want to go over very quick is just speak about stock. So I believe from this launch, they have said, you know, they're aiming to have Amplify and all that sort of stuff and their popular products in stock more consistently. You know, hopefully more restocks, but hopefully just more stock in general for launches so that things aren't going to sell out as quick. We're not going to have to do, well, we don't have to do FOMO marketing, but like naturally it is FOMO marketing because I want people to be able to get the things that they can get, and like I am aware that shit sells out very, very quick. So I think there will be a lot more stock on this launch from what I have heard. However, it's not guaranteed, and I'm very much a person of like, I'll believe it when I see it, and I've never seen Amplify not sell out quick. So a word of warning and some tips would be, if there's anything that you want, if there's some things that you really, really, really want and some things that you think I'm not too bothered, put the things that you really, really want in your basket and check out as quick as you can, because they can't hold, you can't do any of that. If you know, it's in your cart and it sells out, it's sold out, you can't get it because it comes out of your cart basically. Pay with PayPal or Apple Pay. Your card details and all that sort of stuff are preloaded into those things. You'll check out way quicker. It's what I always do when I'm buying like extra things for myself, or buying items for friends, or buying items for Dan, because your girl puts some money where her mouth is. I'm promoting the brand, and like I genuinely do love a lot of the products that they do. So I am like, I do buy things with my own money. I'm not like, can you send me this? No, like I want to put money back into the brand. So I do purchase from them, probably like every few months if there's stuff that like I need for friends or need for me or need for Dan. And every single time I do, I always pay with PayPal and I have no problem with it. Never had a problem before I worked with Alphalete, and I used to shop every single launch. Never had a problem. Yeah, get the things that you want the most in your basket and check out with things like PayPal or Apple Pay. And then you can go back for the things that you're like, not so sure about it. Don't want anyone to be disappointed, because I know everyone's saying there's going to be more stock, there's going to be more stock. But then I don't want people to think, oh, well, I'll check their website half an hour after it launches and see what happens, because it might be gone. We're just going to have to wait and see. Like, I actually don't know how much stock there is. But I do know that they are trying to change things. They are trying to keep things more consistently in stock. What you've got to bear in mind is like companies buy, you know, place orders, they bulk orders, they do all that sort of stuff months and months and months in advance. So it's taken a while for their supply to meet the demand, because like I said, last year Amplify kind of blew up, and for the past few launches they've been placing those orders way before Amplify blew up to the extent that it has, and it's meant the supply hasn't been able to meet the demand. But hopefully we're going to see more of a meshing of the two, because I don't like FOMO marketing. I did marketing at uni. I don't like it as a form of marketing. I think it's anxiety inducing. It encourages people to buy things that they don't really need because people can't think clearly, which great for businesses but like not great for individuals. And as melty as it sounds, I do genuinely care about you guys. I've said it before, do these reviews from a consumer perspective. That's how I started doing these reviews. That's how I'll always do them, regardless of what the bag is saying. That's what I'm always going to do. So yeah, that was just something that I wanted to go over dead quick. Also really want to shout out this girl who did like a deep dive on like the Amplify material in a YouTube video. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I'm going to leave it linked down below. And you know, if anyone from Alphalete is watching this and you're looking to expand the affiliate base, I think she would be a great addition. Personally, I think she'd be a great addition. She doesn't need a shout out from me. She's got like over 200,000 subscribers. Here I am being like shout out, but it's a really good video, and one that I would definitely recommend watching. If you want to know more about like the history of Amplify leggings from my view, go to my Here Comes the Sun collection review video, and I did like a full thing of like the difference, and then you can kind of refer back to this video when comparing, because I've drawn comparison points again. Yes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all your insane, like, lovely messages. Like, I've had so many messages this week from people being like, I feel like I can't buy unless your package comes, like I really rely on your opinion. And it's mad to me that people look forward to my reviews that much. I love sitting and talking about activewear. Like, I could do this shit all day. So the fact that people really love my videos just makes me so happy. And I know that my videos are always hella long, but like, that's how I like to do things. If you want to go watch a shorter video, there are plenty out there, but like round here we get into the nitty-gritty, we get picky. I'm a picky girl. Nothing wrong with that, because I feel like that's how you spot the little things. So yeah, if you have sent me a message this week or in the last week, I feel like it's been going on for about a week now, I do really appreciate it. I've spoken to pretty much all of you, and you guys are just the best. Like, I feel like we're all on the same wavelength. We're here for the honesty, we're here for the tea, we're here for the genuine recommendations, we're just here for it. So yeah, I am going to stop recording now because it's 3:25 and I want to get this video up tonight. I'm going to film like my additional clips to put in for like comparison points now. Yeah, like I said, amyrookes on Instagram for the colour comparisons, and comment down below any questions you got. Message me on Instagram. Subscribe if you want to and you haven't already. Like the video because it helps to push it out into the YouTube algorithm. And I'm sorry for another Alphalete haul. I am genuinely sorry. And I am also sorry if you feel pressure to buy this launch, because there definitely isn't any pressure to buy from me. You don't have to buy anything. You can sit this one out. Amplify will come back. I can't promise that these colours will come back because I actually don't know, but like, there's going to be plenty more Amplify drops this year, plenty more opportunities to get your hands on it. So if you are not in the financial position to purchase right now, you know, you don't need to be getting yourself into like Klarna debt over it. Like, it's not worth it. There will be more Amplify, so yeah, there will be more Amplify, I promise. You don't need to stress, I promise. Yeah, goodbye.